cruising down the highway, feeling the breeze, exploring all the beauty from the outback to the seas. Sunset on the coast, moonlight on the road, the Yass landscape is a sight to behold. This is the journey of a lifetime with the old RV travel show. So buckle up, hit the gas.
How do you do, campers? Welcome back for another episode of Free and Budget Campsites in... Oh, it's that side this time. New South Wales. For new viewers, my name's Peter and I'm travelling around Australia, road testing campsites, caravan parks, anywhere I can put my bus for a budget so I can save some money and pass that information on to you so you can travel a little bit more. Seeing how it costs so much these days to travel, especially with fuel, food, everything else, why pay dear accommodation? Look, we're around 64 kilometres northwest of Canberra at a place called, I like it, Yass. There's other campsites around here. There's only actually one, and that starts at around $35 for power and water, and that's if you're a senior. If you're not a senior, it's a little bit more. Look, it is the most budget one in Yass itself. Now, as you know, we're at Yass Showgrounds. So make sure you leave your comments down below what you think of the park. Today we're going to go into town, have a look at the information centre. There's a few things around here to look at, like the old tramway bridge. I'm also going to take you to the closest dump point to this site here, which is in town. And there's a free campsite just in town. So stay tuned for that. All right, I'm not going to talk too much longer. Let's get in there and have a look at the campsite. What do you reckon? Or the showgrounds. Get it right. Righto, when you turn up at the actual campsite itself, pull in the gate. There is like a cow grid that you have to go over. It's a pretty narrow road, but just make sure you be careful when you cross there. There is a sign that's pointing to the right that says campsite this way. Now, what you do is you pull up, get set up if you want. In the power boxes itself, they have little envelopes. What they require is your name, your address, your phone number, your rego, and if you're towing any vehicles, registration too. Slip your money in. Box is up near the old pavilion, which is a fantastic looking pavilion. It is so old, it's as old as me near enough. But anyway, back to this. Slip your money in here, and what happens, the lady will come around, make sure you're paid. On the screen right now is all the information you need to get in contact. There is no phone number for this site itself. You either got to book online or you turn up and use the Honesty Box system. But they've got a Facebook, they've got a website, and they've got the lot. Now, also keep an eye on their website. They've got the Yass show coming up on the 16th of March. Now, they have it around March every year, so plan your trip. Make sure you come here 1 year around March time. All that information should be on their Facebook page. Book in advance so you can get a spot, so you can watch the actual horse jumping, rodeos, whatever they have here. What a cool little area to park up, especially if you've got entertainment like that. Now it's time to take a personal dump. All right, it's the toilet facilities here. Look, there is quite a few toilet facilities around the park, but most of them are locked. They only actually open them when the actual shows are on and stuff like that. The toilet facilities. Now, the toilet facilities is not too bad. They've got hand soap, they've got paper towel, and that's about it. No, I'm not joking. They've got a couple of toilets, a urinal, and 3 showers. Make sure you bring a torch with you. Of course, the lights are on a sensor and they do turn off after a couple of minutes. So if you don't have a torch with you, guess what? You're showering in the dark. Look, they're an old school. There's just a normal Besser block with some showers in it. It's tidy, it's clean. Out of 5, yeah, they're gonna hit, I'd like to give them a 4, but they're a bit old schoolish, so they still get around 3.5, but they've got everything we need. Now, I'll leave the comments down here, right here, to see if the showers are fine or not. Hey, they were. As you see, there's a sign around here that says no fires actually in the showground itself. Look, there is a lot of dry grass around here, so if the fire does get away, it will get away pretty fast. Just down from the campsite I'm on at the moment, which is the showgrounds. Remember, there is a free campsite coming up very shortly in the show, so stay tuned for that. But just down the road where I am at the moment is the visitor centre. It is a must to come to. They've got so much stuff in there, it is not funny. They've got a lot of produce there, wines, honeys, jams. They've even got stuff for the kids to do, a few puzzles here and there, lots of maps, food and drink. Well, I wouldn't say food and drink. a few ice creams and a few other little chocolate bars. Not really food, but they're good for the kids to munch on so they can run amok with the playground right next to it while you having a look inside. Now, they give you a lot of information. This town was actually established by Hamilton Hume. Now, he does have a cottage out here. It's not very far away from the visitor centre itself. They give you a bit of a pamphlet. It's called the Cooma Cottage. It's set on 100 acres, a charming colonial property. It is a landmark of Yass. So make sure you go out there and have a look at it. Now, they also do weddings out there. Now, what a place to get married there. Look, all the information's on screen now. Get in contact with the actual visitor centre itself and ask them for a bit of advice where to go and what to do. There is a few things around here that actually see and do. Not a huge amount, but it does whack a bit of a punch. We're going to go visit in town very shortly to have a look what shops they've got. Apparently they've got quite a few shops here. So if you need to do any repairs or anything like that, this is the place to actually come and do it. Come up to Yass and have a look. No worries, let's get into town and have a quick look what they've got to offer in town, eh? The town of Yass. Now, it is not a huge town, it's not a small town. Believe it or not, it's got an Aldi's here. It's also got a Woolies. It's even got a Kmart. Plenty of pubs. There's quite a few restaurants, Chinese restaurants, Indian restaurants, you name it, it is here. But when you do, come around and have a look at some of the actual buildings that were here. Now, this town was established back in 1843, and by 1847, it had a population of 279 people. Wow, not many at all, huh? But now, to this day, it has a population of 5,333 people. How cool is that? Just around the corner from the visitor centre is Yass Railway Museum, as you can see behind me on the big sign. Now, they do have a fair bit here to have a look at. Now, look, the prices start from $4 and a family, it's around $12, so it is pretty cheap to actually come in here and have a look at it. They've got a 1307 class steam engine here. You can actually walk up there, have a look around, see how it all operates. It's all run by volunteers down here, so one of the volunteers actually used to drive that thing. Well, I don't know if he used to drive, but he used to say he did anyway, but he knows all about the steam trains. Now, it is only open on a Sunday, so you have to plan your trip to get down here to get in there. Now, there is plenty of parking around here. Don't know about with your caravan and stuff like that, but come down with a car, or if not, it is in walking distance, believe it or not, from that free campsite, which I am going to show you very shortly. Now, it is a marvel to see that old steam train and what we've come to today with the bullet trains overseas to that big lunk of steel loco. Righto, there is one cheaper option in Yass, and it's just down here at Joe O'Connell's Park. Now, it is an RV friendly park itself. There are plenty of camping sites around here, but make sure you bring your levelling blocks as well. Now, it does get a bit uneven around this area. The good thing about it is for free, which is a bonus, but there's no toilets, no water, no nothing down here. So you've got to be all self-contained if you come to this area. Now, you can park along the creek area and it is magnificent, but the only thing is the water's a bit brown. Now, it's not very far out of town. It is walking distance. You can actually walk there underneath the bridge and up a few little bits and stuff like that, and you'll get there. So come in, pick your spot. Just a bit of word of advice. Now, if it does rain around this area, it will get pretty boggy around here. So just be careful in where you park. Look, and also, it's only a 48-hour stay when you're here. Dogs are allowed. The phone reception is just the same as the same phone reception I got up at Yass Showgrounds, so it doesn't really change that much out here. Righto, just in walking distance from that free campsite is Riverbank Park. What a cool little park this is. There's barbecues here, there's swing sets, and believe it or not, they've even got power here to plug your phone in, recharge, whatever you need. Look, there's no camping in this area at all. With the good thing about this park, there is a road going from the free campsite to here. So the toilets are only around 150 metre walk away. Now, some of the caravan parks I've been to are the same. It'll probably only take you 5 minutes to actually walk to this site here. It's even got doggy bags. Oh, I love this park. It's let's come to the crappy part of the show again. Yes, it is the dump site. Now the dump site's a little bit far away, it's not walking distance. Here it is on the map, follow it out here. It's right near Yass Valley Man Shed. You can't miss it. Well, you can actually miss it. There's only a small sign behind me that turns, as you can see it over my shoulder, that tells you there's a dump site in here. Now the dump site is pretty cool. I didn't mind this dump site. It's got plenty of room, but look, right behind me, just watch out for the trees when you pull in there if you've got a tank. Now, if you've got a cassette, who cares? Pull up anywhere, dump your crap, take off. But if you've got a high RV, make sure you miss the actual trees itself. Now, there is plenty of room in this area to pull over or turn around. The dump site's just a normal dump easy. It has got a tap on it at the moment. A bit of advice, do not use the water in Yass. There is a problem with the water with Yass, like I told you before, up at the campsites. Don't use it, it is, but great little dump site, can't miss it. It's got a bin here, it's on concrete, beautiful, love it.
Sorry, your call cannot.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Righto, the phone reception. Now the phone reception out here, it's not too bad. I'm getting 5G and 2 bars. Telstra, of course. When you do go travelling, I always advise to have 2 people on different couriers. One Optus and one Telstra. Now you get the best of both worlds there. Now some places Telstra works better, sometimes Optus works better, but today Telstra's not doing too bad. Now I'm about to do a speed test. Is 265 megabits per second download, so that is fantastic. Now the upload speed is not as good. It's only 7.64. You can't really upload a lot of stuff here. You can download and stream whatever you want, but upload, not very good. But phone calls, fantastic to make. Oh, here he is. Look, if you do see our mate Poochie, there he goes. If you do see our mate Poochie, you know this place is dog friendly. But make sure you keep it on a leash and pick up after your pooch. Campsites, righto. I thought I'd just show you mine. They are quite a large campsite here. I had to level up my van just a little bit on one side. Most of the ground's not too bad, but make sure you bring your leveling blocks when you get out here. You will definitely need them. It's not too much out, but it's a little bit, you know, a little bit's a little bit these days. But they're on nice grass. The ground looks pretty hard, so your tent pegs, you might have to sit there and bash your tent pegs in. Screwing in your awning pegs, going to be fine with that. Now most of the sites around here have got power right next to it. Now the campsites are along the fence line itself. Now they are pretty huge. They say just squeeze in everywhere and actually find a spot. Now in the power, there's around 12 powered sites there. So look, if you've got a long extension lead and you need to park and it's pretty crammed in there, but just make sure you bring a long extension lead. It is all powered. There is water right next door. Bit of a heads up with the water at the moment. The council, they advise us to boil it before drinking. Rightio glampers, if you liked the video of Yass Showground, which was not too bad. Look, the campsite's not the Taj Mahal, of course, but it is the cheapest option in this area. The other ones start from $35, this one, $25 a night, you can't beat it. All right, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up, turn your notifications on, and hit that subscribe button. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on the road.